Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Hello, early learners, and welcome back to the Art Room, where we are celebrating Earth Day, really Earth Week, because tomorrow is the real Earth Day on April 22nd. But today, let's start off our day with our hello song, and it's one we sang way back in the summer, where a duck says quack and a cow says moo. Sing along with me. A lot of you, I've heard you singing it in your classrooms since then. Ready? Oh, a duck says quack and the cow says moo and the old red rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. The sheep says baa and the cat says mew. And I say good morning when I see you. Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back. Here we go. We have been learning about Earth Day. And Earth Day started in 1970, and it's all about keeping our planet clean and fresh for all of us to live here. Because as you get older and you maybe have children, you want the earth to stay nice and clean for your children and their children. And if someone didn't take care of it before us, we'd be living along with a bunch of trash and the water polluted. So we have to take care. And if you see people that are treating the earth unkindly, you can take care of helping. I know when I go camping, I always pick up the trash at my campsite before I start and when I'm finished, because you always leave a place cleaner than you got it. It's something I've always learned from scouting. All right, so our project this week is kind of a map of the world. And we were drawing this world and we put in the mountains yesterday. Today we're going to do the hills and the trees. And maybe we could put a little bit of the sky above the mountains. It depends on how much time we have. Oh, you know what, boys and girls, I'm thinking today is not Earth Day Eve. I think Earth Day is on Thursday. So let me check my calendar and tell you, I don't want you to start celebrating on the wrong day. All right, so we want to go back to what we were going to do today is the forest, and I tried to find a really great artist who does beautiful forests. Let me introduce you to Emily Carr. Here she is. Now I giggled a little bit because she has all these animals, and she even named her monkey Woo. And she would take Woo Carr, his first name was Woo, and his last name, she gave him her last name, Woo Carr, her dogs and cats and birds and all of her animals she would push around in a stroller all around her town. And she even wanted her artist picture to be taken with her dog. Let's look at her art. Now, she lives in British Columbia in Canada. And she started out her art by being a person who made it look just like the trees in the forest. But as she became an artist more and more years, she made them a little softer, a little more soft colors, and make the trees not look exactly like the trees in her forest, but she would make them look really beautiful. You can tell her brush stroke went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in a looping fashion, kind of like a tornado might look. This tree, she did the big trunk and then did a branch down, a branch out, a branch out, and then she made some green leaves above. So these trees, even though they're all different, they go together in the forest in a beautiful way. So when we add our forest, you can see the child who did this work did all of their trees the same along the edge of the river, and then some pine trees toward the back. So you can decide how you're going to do your trees. So let's get our table set up for us to do this. And I brought a song that's an old song from camping that I thought I would sing to you, and maybe you'd like to learn more of the verses. There are so many verses. It's called I Love the Mountains, and it goes like this. The end of it says boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada. And you can say that at the beginning to get everyone ready to sing the song, because I know at camp when they'd go and light the fire and they'd say boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, all the kids would come down from their cabins and tents because they knew it was time for the campfire. But it goes like this. I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills, I love the flowers, I love the daffodils, I love the fireside when all the lights are low. Boom diada, 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 boom diada. And the camp host would sing the song kind of loud at the beginning, but when the last boom diada, it meant quiet now because it's time for the campfire. Let's move the song aside. Maybe we'll sing it again tomorrow. Let's take a look at what we did yesterday. For those of you who might not have done this, we started out with a big circle. We drew a couple of hills so that we would have a place to anchor our mountains, and that's where we are. I did one other thing. I added the white snow with my pastel at the top. So I think I'll use my water from Mystery Monday as my painting water. Oh no, here's the one I like to use because it's plastic. So if it happens to fall, I won't break it. Now, I'll get a good brush. You know, there's a song about America the Beautiful, and it talks about the purple mountain majesties. And purple mountain majesties means, well, majestic is a word that means just so beautiful and big. And I thought it would be great if we painted our mountains to be majestic. And I'm going to get my paints that have a really good purple in it and a magenta. And I softened up my watercolors. I'm going to put this in there. And I want each mountain to be a little different. Did I put that here? I want this to be up here to be my inspiration. So you can see on this one, there's a mountain. And if you paint it all one color, it will look pretty. But I think to make the edges a little darker is a really good idea. And you know how I like to mix my paints. I put them up in my lid, and that's how they designed this, so that your paints would go in the lid. And you know, since I have my little white pastels there, I will be able to avoid or keep away from making my snow a purple too. So I'm going to put this in here to make it a little more purpley. And then I have a little blue and a little purple, and it'll make a few different colors for my mountains. Oh, I put a little green in that one. That will be good. And I'm going to want it to be a little watery, so I'm adding more water. So I go here. I'm going to put the darker piece on the edge because that's where the shadows will be. And I'll make my mountain kind of over like this. Each day we're going to be doing similar materials. So if you did not get out these materials this morning to start with today, just have the same things ready for tomorrow. Because I know that we're going to do this project each day. So there's no need to worry about the materials because you can just get them out and have them ready. Remember what I told you about putting your materials away so that no one accidentally spills anything on it? Do you notice I'm doing my kind of short brush strokes, kind of like Emily Carr did? She also did hers, remember? I told you, kind of like a little tornado. There we go. There's one mountain, pretty well finished. Get near the edge. And I might want to do a little dark down where it meets the hillside. There, I like that pretty much. I'm going to go straight from this one, not have it be so dark purple. I'll have the middle one because it's going into the distance. I'll make this one a little bit different. Get my brush a little more watery so it'll be kind of blended in there. Go to here. You don't have to do the same kind of strokes I do because I'm really not a painter. I'm an artist who does pottery. I made dishes and made enough money to go to college by selling my dishes to people who loved my dishes. I still have a few. I gave most of them away as gifts or sold them at crafts fairs. There, I think this was looking pretty good. I need to blend that over a little bit more because I got a little extra there. And maybe this one I'll add a little more blue to it. Make it be a magenta and blue. Maybe do I want some green in there? No. And then the dark purple one back here. How's yours coming, boys and girls? Did you accidentally touch some of the snow and find out that it's okay? Because the oil in the pastels makes the water repel or stay off of there. All right, now my mountains are looking pretty good. That's what I really wanted to do yesterday, was paint my mountains, and I didn't get a chance to. So now I'm going to get out my pastels because they are going to go where my hills are. I'm going to put the green there to tell myself, put your green there. And I need the brown. I'm going to move my paints aside, even though I am going to keep painting my forest. I'm going to put the trunks of the tree up, 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 up. I still need to leave some room for my river and my ocean down at the bottom. So I'm doing these, and maybe I'll even make it go up above the black line a little bit. So you can do these kinds of things and just make your trees have the beginnings of the trees, and then you can paint them in. Because I only have a few colors of pastels, but my watercolors I can mix really well. And I can maybe make this one be a bushy tree or a tornado-y tree like Emily Carr did. I think I'll do a couple of those. And you'll see once I go over it with my watercolor how interesting it will make it. So let me set this up here and get my watercolors back down. Which brown one would I like? Oh, I think this one has some brown and some mustardy color that would look good. So I'll put this little mustard color and put it in this tree, because you know that beetle that was getting in all of our pine trees has some pieces of it on here. Boys and girls, tomorrow, I thought it was Earth Day, so I'm not going to do tomorrow Earth Day. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the ocean and the rivers, and we will need to bring this same project back and the same art materials, coloring tools, and your black permanent pen in case you want to outline anything. So let me finish up a little bit more of this as we decide to say goodbye. I hope that you are doing this project and enjoying all the ways we can paint in circles and use all the different colors that seem to blend together. Let's say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Give a smiling wink your eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Boys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow when we do Breaking Waves.
Morning to a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun, learning is good for everyone.